Welcome to Mystic Moons. Taurus, this is reading part 2 for you. Taurus, I encourage you to go and check out reading number 1 for your love opportunities, love energy for May. And I'm here to provide part 2 of that reading, Taurus. I always say I do these readings as time permits, and well, Taurus, I have some time now. Let's see how far I get, Taurus. Taurus, this reading is for anyone with a Taurus. Oh, and I forgot what I entitled the May reading. Taurus, it does say Taurus love reading or Taurus love tarot. And then it has something about germinate in there. I know I wrote it a moment ago. I should know, but sometimes things come in and out of my head. That was one of them, Taurus. Anyway, I invite you to go and check it out. Taurus. This is a reading for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, Taurus 7th house, and Taurus Venus. Actually, your reading kind of had a whole bunch of things that were going on this morning. Now that my memory is coming back, I had to run some errands, so I was out. One of my kitties was harassing one of my other kitties. And I have 3 kitties, Taurus, that are Taurus kitties, and I have 1 Scorpio. And the little Scorpio cat was encroaching on the Taurus matriarch's boundaries. And all the other Taurus kitties came to rescue her. And then I had to step in before we truly had a cat fight. She was like, leave me alone. He was like, no. And then the other 2 Taurus kitties said, oh, you can't do that to May, the little Siamese girl. She's boss. What she says goes. It was, in one way, very cute to watch. In another way, because the Siamese boy, the Scorpio boy did bad, he got put in the cubby for timeout. Justice was served to Taurus. Anyway, I forgot. Yeah, that was like an eventful thing that happened this morning while I was doing your reading. Anyway. So anyway, yes, I have 3 Taurus kitties in my household. We are strong on Taurasian energy here, and I acquiesce as I am outnumbered, although I have notable Taurus placements myself. What they are, I will not divulge, but I do have significant Taurus energy. I still feel outnumbered, though, by my kitties. Maybe because they're just more things on 4 legs, not 8 legs. Well, maybe there are like spiders in my house too, I don't know. But more things on 4 legs than 2. Anyway, Taurus, this reading is about your, not about your, this is about the other 12 signs, including Taurus, and how their heart chakra energy is towards you, Taurus. How they regard you, how they feel about you, what is their energy towards you, Taurus? Not about you towards them. This is them towards you. Taurus, now this may be somebody who you know. You may or may not be dealing with this person, Taurus. If you're not dealing with them, Taurus, they're on your mind. And Taurus, this could be someone who you have yet to meet. This could be a friend or someone who you could become very good friends with. This is someone who could have romantic energy. You know, the pink energy, the energy of affection. affection, care, empathy, understanding. I'd like to add patience to that too. All the positive qualities that you need for anything beautiful in love to sprout. Those sorts of things, Taurus. Taurus, if you appreciate my time in doing this video, do give me a thumbs up. Taurus, is letting me know that you'd like to go and see it next time. Taurus, these readings do take me a chunk of time to do, so that's always appreciated. So, 1 second. There's something else I was going to say. One more thing. Yeah, Taurus, I won't be time stamping these readings, so feel free to jump along. With the format that I'm doing on the phone, it just doesn't make sense for me to pause and notice the timestamps. Maybe when I go back to using the computer to do my readings, I will. But right now, between doing it on the phone and my own schedule, it just doesn't work. But let that not dissuade anybody who wants to be a volunteer. If you want a timestamp, feel free. Anyway, give me one more second before I begin and we'll start your reading. I ate some garlic this morning that kind of tore up my stomach. So I'm drinking a little bit of water before I start. So we'll start in just a minute. All right. Taurus. Let that sound out. Taurus, it's chilly today. I could almost put on a sweater. And the element we're going to start with air. Taurus, we're going to start with Gemini. We'll start with Gemini, we'll do Libra, and then we'll do Aquarius. Air will start off our readings. All right, Taurus. A Gemini for Taurus. Very much a Gemini for Taurus. 5 of Pentacles, Taurus. Someone's been denying themselves or turning their back from the truth. Someone's also not paying attention to the signs. Focusing on more mundane things, Taurus, and then higher things of spirituality. We have Knight of Cups, High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Taurus, or if you meet a Gemini, I feel like that Gemini is overall unavailable. Unavailable where it matters, Taurus. I feel like this could go back and forth between engaging or not engaging, or you could have a very nice start that seems like it could lead into something very interesting, but ultimately it's going to leave you with a lot more questions than alone. If you're dealing with a Gemini, that Gemini looks like they're not really going to engage with you anytime soon. And perhaps that's for the best, Taurus. And definitely if you meet a Gemini, Taurus, I would be very cautious because I see a lot of isolation there. Not the best energy, Taurus, if you're dealing with a Gemini or if you meet a Gemini. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Libra, a Libra for Taurus. I have Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, very social Libra. Or it could be that Libra likes spending time with you outside and doing things. Could be with you, that Libra, Justice is Libra energy, that Libra just really enjoys your company, enjoys being by your side, both in the public moments and the quiet moments. Anyway, Libra likes you. Libra likes to do things with you. Libra likes to know more about you. Libra really, really likes you. By the way, Four of Swords is Libra energy. So if you're dealing with a Libra, Libra feels very invigorated by you. Could be Taurus. It's been a while since Libra's felt this way, or a while since Libra has felt confident enough to go and open up to you. Either way, or open up, proceed. I mean, we do have bottom of a deck energy here with Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me, Ace of Cups. We have an ace, okay. Ace. But essentially, let me go and say, Taurus, that Libra with you, it feels really great. You really do make Libra feel great by hanging out with you. Libra feels very supercharged hanging out with you. Libra feels like they could do a whole bunch of things, Taurus, hanging out with you. And Libra is pretty much a fan of you, Taurus, so know that. Libra thinks you're swell. Oh, is that like a 1950s or 1940s slang? Thanks to my recent binging on cable TV, I'm rewatching all the Turner Classic movies, all the movies from the 70s onwards, and TV shows. It's kind of wild, Taurus, when you look at those old so-called classic movies and you think that they were there doing tap dancing and singing and musical numbers, etc., 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 while they're out there bombing half the world. It's like, oh, let's not pay attention to the world, to the wars that are going on. Let's go and, like, have our perfectly curled hair and tap away on the dance floor with our little swirly skirts. I know I was deviating from the matter, but the word of swell just reminded me of it. Let's go on to Aquarius. Taurus, if an Aquarius is on your mind, aren't you dealing with Aquarius? Will you meet an Aquarius? I do read my Fools as Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. Well, Aquarius is in really positive energy. Aquarius could have been indecisive before Taurus, but no longer. Aquarius is ready to commit, ready to share, ready to find a partner to go the next chapter with. That's the energy of Aquarius towards you. Seven of Wands. Hermit. I swear the movie in the background must be some replay of the Cole Porter songbook or a movie dedicated to the Cole Porter songbook. So, Wheel of Fortune for Aquarius, clarified by Seven of Wands, Hermit, and Tower. Well, in short, let me go and say that Aquarius is ready to go and find that partner to commit to, that partner for that next phase of life. And Aquarius is going to be very picky about it, Taurus. Very picky about it, Taurus. In fact, I would say in this energy, the Aquarius that's around you, Taurus, that Aquarius has been sifting through their priorities and sifting through possible love interest, Taurus, for such a long time now, Taurus. You notice this bottom of the deck energy of Four of Pentacles. It's like Aquarius is almost in this automatic muscle memory type of action of just still not really moving towards action. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the Aquarius is ready to commit. However, Aquarius is kind of in this muscle memory habit of still taking their time and being very picky. And I think they're going to be a little slow to move because it's just in their muscle memory to really make things more complicated than what it needs to be. Even though Aquarius's energy is very, very buoyant, it's not like they're going to openly share that buoyancy, their true cadence or their true soul or their true energy. Something about it they're going to keep masked. And instead, they'll be very, very cautious, very, very skeptical. They can be open and light internally, but would they show that with you? Would they be that in their actions? Not initially. It'd take them a while to warm up. Aquarius, don't expect Aquarius to be open easily. Hello, Broken Bull. Hello. Welcome aboard. You're welcome. Thank you for the like, Broken Bull. I appreciate it. So, we'll go on to the next element. We did air. Oh, I want to do more air, but we'll do water. Let's go with Pisces. A Taurus, not a Taurus, a Pisces for Taurus. Now, this could be a Pisces on your mind. This could be a Pisces that you know. This could be a Pisces you have yet to meet. Let's find out. Pisces towards Taurus. Let's go and see Taurus. Gee, you are definitely inspiring people, Taurus. That's the second time now that we had the Fool. Of course, I do have to say that I do sense similarities between Piscean and Aquarius energy. You know, just as someone who's been doing collective readings for over a year. There are similarities. Anyway, I have Knight of Cups for that Pisces towards you. Almost wild energy, I have to say. Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Fool underneath a Knight of Cups for Pisces. It's like Pisces has been doing all sorts of things, looking in all sorts of areas, and also handling all sorts of priorities outside of love. Pisces has some interesting energy there. Pisces has been a little wild. Let's just go and call it that. Pisces has also been very determined, or at least is very determined right now, to be true to themselves, whatever Pisces has been tied down to via responsibilities. They've been seeking avenues. Could be to gain more agency or simply gain more freedom, have more interest. I don't know, Pisces energy is interesting that way. Anyway, I have Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups, King of Cups. I read my King of Cups by the Pisces. If you're dealing with a Pisces, Pisces has been working and traveling and doing things all about their general life. Pisces has been very busy, very ingenuous. And Pisces will definitely approach you, Taurus, to get to know you better. Pisces thinks that there is a road that you two can walk together. If you're willing, Taurus, Pisces sees a lot of happiness there. Pisces sees a lot of happiness there. That's the energy I see for you and Pisces. Taurus, before I go on to the next water signs, I have to go and pick up a delivery. I'll be back in about like 10 minutes. So I'll be back in 1 second. Well, 1 second being 10 minutes. Right now it's 23 minutes into it. I'll be back at 33 minutes into it. Okay. So we did Pisces, and we're on Scorpio and Cancer. If Taurus, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, Five of Pentacles again, if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Ten of Cups. Five of Cups, that's Scorpio energy. Nine of Cups wanted to fall out, so we'll take it. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, oh my goodness, that Scorpio Taurus is in misery. If you meet let me first say, Taurus, if you meet a Scorpio, Scorpio really wants to go and pick themselves out of some sort of doldrums. But rest assured, Scorpio has been in some sort of doldrums. And they've been thinking and planning and wondering how can they move past some sort of emotional gap that's formed. Something's hit Scorpio really hard. And Scorpio has slowly been building on that hit they took. So if you meet a Scorpio, first of all, know that Scorpio still isn't fully healed. And that Scorpio's emotional state is very fragile. And if you've been dealing with a Scorpio in this energy, Taurus, which of course, Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. If you've been dealing, so is Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups is Scorpio. And if you've been dealing with a Scorpio Taurus, I would not touch that Scorpio. Scorpio is in the midst of a whole lot of pain, a whole lot of longing, and unable right now to, for some reason, they're unable right now to know what kind of necessary action they should take. They've thought about it, but they still don't know the right way to proceed. And something like this is something that only you really can know for yourself. The Scorpio has to figure this out for themselves, by themselves. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Cancer, if you meet a Cancer, that Cancer towards you, Cancer towards you, something about that Cancer could be very nostalgic to you, Taurus. Either you've met that Cancer before, or perhaps that Cancer is someone who you've met before in a previous incarnation. There's something very nostalgic, something very deja vu about that Cancer and you. Maybe about you to that Cancer, maybe to both of you simultaneously. You've met each other before in some way, interacted before in some way. And it doesn't really feel so much like a past person energy. It feels more like a past life person energy. I just want to say you and that Cancer have soul ties. If you're dealing with a Cancer, Taurus, know that it's taken Cancer a long time to get to where they are right now. For whatever reason, Taurus. But the Cancer you're looking at, or the Cancer who you could be dealing with, that Cancer has undergone a lot of changes, a lot of things to become the person who you see today. I feel like too that Cancer has also been patient enough. And what I have for you essentially is Knight of Pentacles clarified by Devil, Two of Cups, which is Cancerian energy, and Queen of Swords. It's like Cancer has waited long enough now. Now Cancer wants some action. Cancer, Taurus is going to make up their mind pretty quickly about what they want to do and how. Cancer should also be quite forthcoming with you, Taurus, perhaps. That could be news that you want to hear. Could be news you don't want to hear. What is certain is that if Cancer is there giving you the green light, Taurus, and if you don't move to the same cadence as Cancer, Cancer won't like that. Cancer is a teeny bit impatient. Cancer would like to deal with someone who's as assured about them as they would be assured about you. Let's go on to the next element. We already did water. We'll do earth. Taurus, if you're dealing with a fellow Taurus, a fellow Taurus for Taurus. I have Hermit. If you're dealing with a fellow Taurus, or if you meet a fellow Taurus, very much could be the moment you've been waiting for, the one you've been waiting for. They could possibly feel that way about you, Taurus. Something about you will be exactly what they've wanted, precisely what they've wished for, but haven't been able to find as of yet till they find you. That Hermit has 9 of Pentacles at Taurus, or perhaps you. Taurus could have significant Virgo energy. I have the Moon. Taurus, I have somebody who's very independent. This Taurus that I have in your energy, this Taurus is very independent. This Taurus is used to doing things by themselves, used to figuring things out on their own, used to not having that much support that they can count on, and they just have accepted that. They've accepted it, and they've grown or gone through things, Taurus, very gracefully. As they've gone about their days, their weeks, it's better to be authentic to themselves and be fake a crowd. What an interesting person, Taurus. this Taurus's energy is. It's a very strong person, Taurus. Taurus, I feel like in this energy, if you're dealing with a fellow Taurus, they're going to be evaluating also, do you conform, Taurus, and how much do you strive and push towards what you want, Taurus? How much do you settle and how much are you not, unwilling to compromise? What are the things you hold dear, Taurus? And what are the things that don't matter? I feel like those are the sorts of questions and those are the sorts of subjects that will decide how that Taurus views you and where that Taurus wishes to take your relationship. But know if you're dealing with a fellow Taurus, that Taurus is super strong. My little cat wants to say hello. He says, I'm here. He's a little Taurus. He says, I'm a little Taurus boy. He said, there are two other Taurus kitties, Taurus girls, but I'm the only Taurus boy. I'm special. All right. Next reading. So let's see, we did Taurus. Now let's do Capricorn. Taurus, if you meet a Capricorn, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, if you're thinking of a Capricorn for Taurus. That Capricorn, a magician. Capricorn. Does Capricorn have a little foolery about them? Maybe a little bit. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Ace of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. I just wonder a little bit about this energy. This energy, by the way, Taurus has game. There's a little bit of game here. Maybe a little bit of chaser energy, the right way to go and impress. Taurus wants to impress you. Excuse me, not Taurus. Capricorn wants to impress you, Taurus. All right, but I feel like in this energy too, Taurus, you're not easily impressed. But Capricorn wants to impress you. It feels like Capricorn has a whole lot of shenanigans, a whole lot of game. Very bold personality, or at least very bold opinions, very firm opinions. I don't know so much. Also, Magician and Knight of Cups. I'll see how this turns out a little bit. But in this energy, it's like doing whatever is necessary to make the best impression. This energy bothers me a little bit, but we'll see how it goes off into the clarification. Because it's like this person could be not just using the material, well, it's like they're using everything. It's a magician. Person could be using words, people could be using your emotions, people could go, Capricorn could be using your gifts, Capricorn could be magic, right? I mean, that's why I kind of just like this energy with the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, because like Capricorn, like nothing's off the table for Capricorn to impress you. Something to keep in mind. Nothing's off the table for Capricorn to impress you. And Capricorn feels like in this energy, Capricorn is going to be like, what will impress? Really, Capricorn wants to impress you. What will impress Taurus? So that magician, Taurus, I have strength. I have the moon. If you're dealing with a Capricorn Taurus, that Capricorn is very, very strong-willed. That Capricorn has a very strong opinion. That Capricorn does a lot of things in general. That Capricorn feels like Capricorn is going to put forth a significant amount of effort to go and get your attention. Also feels like Capricorn wants to go and have the connection or have you deal with them or you deal with them. I know it's kind of the same thing on their terms or in their interest. Something about this energy is controlling. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. These are short readings. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn is into you. But I do find energy tad disturbing, and I also do think Capricorn is very controlling. The energy is a bit manipulative, and it feels like nothing is off the table for Capricorn to use to try and get you to be agreeable to Capricorn. Depending on who that Capricorn is, who you are, blah, 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 but nothing's off the table. Now, let's go and see Virgo. A Virgo for Taurus. Things are not progressing as someone would like with that Virgo. Maybe Virgo feels like things aren't progressing as they would like. Feels like there's a difference of philosophies. A different way of handling things, a different way of moving, a different way of thinking, a different way of tackling issues. You and Virgo, although both earth signs, both of you have your gifts. And it's all about with that Virgo and you Taurus, teamwork. But it feels like also too there's a miscommunication here. Two very strong beliefs, two very strong gifted people with their own set of insights in how best to approach things. But can you bring these two together? It feels like a lot of miscommunication. It feels like because I'm kind of a little headstrong. So, 9 of Swords. I have 9 of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. Page of Cups. Perhaps somebody feels like the other one is shooting down their ideas too much. If you're dealing with a Virgo, that could be that. Also, too, if you're dealing with a Virgo, someone's life experience could actually be more rich than the other. Doesn't necessarily imply an age gap here. There could be an age gap, but what I feel more pertinently, Taurus, if you're dealing with a Virgo, it's like one of you is going to have more experience. Be more experienced in life, be more experienced in human emotions, and sizing people up, sizing people and things up. And because of that, the one operates quite differently from the other. One is a little bit more naive. The other one is anything but naive. Very raw emotion. It's also too like raw emotion that they can't quite put into words. They can't say the things that need to be said. There's a little bit of a block there. This person too could also go and appear with a bigger bluster than what they intend to go and do. Like they may stick their foot in their mouth. That Virgo. Virgo could go and overstep themselves a little too much and then realize, oh, maybe I should have not gone that far. Something about it. You know, Virgo says what they say out of being direct. And because Virgo cares. But I feel like the way that they present whatever they're saying or whatever they're doing is not in the best way possible. They realize that afterwards. And I think that they could go and be a little late on the upkeep to go and say, oh, I didn't mean it like that, or maybe there was a better way I could have said this. I don't know. Something about it, the communication's off with Virgo. Virgo feels very deeply. Virgo has a disconnect between the right actions to how they really feel. So know that. No Virgo likes you, but there's a huge operational gap. Like one person is in blue land, the other person is in yellow land. And one person likes it hot, one person likes it cold, one person walks on the ceiling, one person walks on the ground. And there's a little bit of a miscommunication right now. If you're dealing with a Virgo, or if you meet a Virgo, don't take anything to heart. Don't go into areas that could go and breed negativity, and take it slow. Let that energy ease itself out. So we did earth, we did water, we did do water, right? We did air, I think we did air, so now all that's left is fire, I believe. Fire. Let's see. So I think we're on fire. You see how these readings, now true, I took a 10-minute break, but still these readings are long. And then you put that towards all 12 signs. And also consider too, my channel isn't monetized. So some people come on the channel and they're going, oh, I gave you a like, I subscribed, I'm watching your channel, give me this, give me that. And it's like, first of all, I find numbers because you need a certain number of subscribers, and then subscribe to put a certain amount of watch time for you to even get 5 cents per video. But then even notwithstanding all that, my channel isn't even monetized. Watch it, you don't watch it. It's kind of all the same. To me, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it as my gift. But because these readings do take a bit of time, so I ask for the thumbs up. And I ask if you like the work that's being done here. And if to support the channel, a really nice way of supporting the channel is by sending a tip, either buy me a coffee or Cash App. When you do that too, I send that out to everybody. I write astrological notes for all 12 zodiacs. A timeless tarot message for everybody. Maybe get some donation. Won't be going off every 2 seconds. Anyway, I pay a lot of money. I think I pay something like $65 or $75 a month for it. Anyway, let's continue. So we're on fire signs. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Leo for Taurus. Magician, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Three of, is that Two of Swords, Two of Wands, rather. If you're dealing with a Leo, first of all, know that Leo is really interested in you. I'm curious, interested in you for what? It's like in this energy too, unfortunate as it may be to say, but I'm going to say what I see. You know what this energy is like too, Taurus? It's like almost when you turn your back on Leo, Leo will go and do something to get you to pay attention to them again. There's something very hot and cold about it because the energy that I have here is too brisk. I'm just going to go and state that as at least a trend going on right now with Leo. Leo could go and give you a whole lot of attention, be very demonstrative towards you. And then Leo could go into being a little cold or preoccupied or their attention diverted. And then if you actually legitimately, Taurus, turn your attention onto something else, then it feels like Leo's going to come back with that same fervor. Essentially, let me go and say that it feels like Leo has a lot of things that interest him. Leo has a lot of things around them. Leo has a lot of things to do. One of them is definitely of their interest points, you. Let me say one other thing before I start pulling. Not only are you one of Leo's interest points, you're one of the interest points that Leo wants to keep engaged or keep close, one or the other. They want to keep you engaged with them. They want to keep you preoccupied with them. They want to keep you close with them. Although Leo has other things that are going on, it is important to Leo that Leo doesn't lose that connection. It feels a little tiresome, but we'll continue to pull. This thing should be simpler. Things are not simple around that Leo. Things should be simpler around that Leo, but they're not. Okay, Taurus, if you meet a Leo, I kind of have no doubt you'd really, really, really like that Leo. I have no doubt that something about that Leo is just going to make you feel great. I have no doubt, too, something about the way that Leo treats you is going to make you feel pretty, pretty nice. I still kind of want to say no bueno. It's not good. Something about it is a lot of hassle. Leo is coming towards you with, it feels like sincere interest. But something about Leo isn't quite equipped yet to go and give you the happiness that you need. Maybe Leo's is operating or in right now a place of still their own reality and not really considering your reality and what you need. They're into making you happy or making you feel wanted, but is it what you need? So I'm going to say a caution with Leo, especially if you really your heart beats fast and maybe your ears turn red or something like that, or maybe their ears turn red. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like this is a very heart-catching, pulse-beating energy. Somebody or both of you are going to be very taken with another. And I feel like something about Leo's energy is dangerous. Not dangerous in a good way. Dangerous, and I feel like it could hurt you. At least right now. So if you meet a Leo, since Leo has so many things that they are doing, and Leo sincerely does want your attention, And Leo is very capable. Leo is very capable. I would say go very, very, very lukewarm Taurus on Leo. Make Leo really work for your connection. And whatever you want from Leo, be crystal clear on what you want from Leo before you even touch this Leo. And if you've already, dealt with a Leo, withdraw your energy and, be very clear about what you want from that Leo and make that Leo produce it. Make that Leo work. Make that Leo show their sincerity. Leo is capable of it. But Leo really has to go and change his mindset from their own reality and their own self-gratification to actually caring about you, your heart, and what kind of life what kind of life is Leo giving you with Leo being in your life? Something about that, okay? Be cautious, be careful about a Leo. Don't get hurt by Leo. Make Leo work for you. Leo will work, especially if you don't make it easy. Everything you want from Leo, make Leo produce it before you do anything with Leo. Not even if it's 85% of what you want or 95% of what you want. It has to be completely what you want, Taurus. Otherwise, don't touch that Leo. Don't look at that Leo. Leo is capable of doing that. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius, Taurus, Taurus, all last year, I got such strong Sagittarius energy in the readings that I was doing for your collective. It was like Sagittarius is going to come meet Taurus and just become the best of friends with Taurus. I haven't gotten that strong energy about Sagittarius and Taurus since. I wonder if that was a phase, an energetic shift, something that happened and moved on. But I am really curious. For so long, I got Sagittarius, 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 Sagittarius with Taurus. I got people who were there going like, oh no, 2 on those readings. They gave me down votes and no, but I was like, that's just what I've seen. Anyway, yeah, that was not all last year. That was for maybe about 7 months. A long enough time. Kind of stopped around the fall. Anyway, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Taurus, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, if you meet a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is keeping secrets. If you're dealing or if you meet a Sagittarius, how that Sagittarius appears is not really how that Sagittarius is. And Sagittarius is keeping secrets. Secrets. Ooh. There's something that makes Sagittarius very happy. And Sagittarius hasn't felt really confident or comfortable to go and share that. And especially not with, let's say, you, Taurus. Or it's going to take a lot for Sagittarius to share that with you, Taurus. But just be aware, Sagittarius is keeping secrets. There are secret jokes that Sagittarius has, and Sagittarius isn't sharing, Taurus. That 4 of Pentacles is clarified by Judgment. 9 of Cups. And 6 of Swords. That Sagittarius that you're dealing with, Taurus, is not really who that Sagittarius is. There's something, Taurus, about that Sagittarius that makes that Sagittarius very, very, very happy. And they don't want you to know about it, not yet. And if you meet a Sagittarius, Sagittarius has secrets. That Sagittarius, how they appear and present themselves is not really how they are at all. And it's going to take a while for you to find out about them. So know that I'm not even getting anything too about how Sagittarius feels about you or anything. I just see that it's going to take time with a relationship for a Sagittarius to open up to you. And the Sagittarius that's in front of you is not the Sagittarius that really is. Sagittarius is showing you a mask. Sagittarius is also not sharing what truly makes them happy. It's going to take a while before that you'll know what really makes Sagittarius happy. So, final sign, Aries. Taurus, if you have an Aries on your mind, if you meet an Aries, Taurus, if you're dealing with an Aries, that Aries towards you. An Aries for Taurus. Is reflective. Aries is reflective. Aries is wondering, in with Aries energy, all the things that Aries has been doing to get to this particular point. Also, too, you know what it feels like as well? There have been certain things that Aries has been working towards in general, overall, in Aries' life. Nothing to do with you, just Aries business. Aries has been working towards certain things incrementally up to now. And Aries has no intention of getting off that path. You know, Aries has already invested so much time and effort into whatever this Eight of Cups, Six of Cups is, that they're going to continue to do that. So first of all, know that if you're dealing with an Aries, Aries has some long-term projects and some long-term goals that Aries has been working on, Aries has been imagining, Aries has been feeding themselves on emotionally while the rest of themselves have basically starved or fasted. Aries has done sacrifice for their ideals and their dreams. And Aries isn't about to stop now just because maybe some things are working out, maybe some things aren't working out. It doesn't matter. Aries is going to get it no matter what. So know that if you're dealing with an Aries, Aries has goals. Aries has, do I call them dreams or do I call them visions? Do I call them plans? Anyway, Aries has an agenda and itinerary that you may join and be a part of that itinerary, but you're not going to change that itinerary. And I feel like, first of all, with Aries energy, as long as your partnership with Aries is in alignment to what they want to do, it's not like you have to do what Aries does, but you know, if you want to be I don't know, in the middle of a boat out in the middle of the ocean with no form of communication. And if Aries wants to be a tech executive going to the city and eating out of food trucks, obviously that's not going to work, right? It's that kind of energy. So you have to be aligned in a way that whatever you want to do is also what Aries wants to do. Because not like you have to do the same thing, but whatever you do has to match the same type of environment that nurture what Aries wants to do. Otherwise, there's nothing there in the first place. Not conceding, not giving up your dreams, not adopting someone else's dreams. You have your dreams, Taurus. Aries has their dreams. How can you make it work? That or will it work? That's the sort of energy, first of all, with Aries. So that Hermit, I had the Moon, of Cups. I have Queen of Cups with Death. Aries is ready to emotionally connect. Know that. But also know that Aries energy is very strong. Aries energy has tempered in some pretty not so nice seasons, not so nice happenings in Aries. If they complement Aries, then very good matching there. It's all about the alignment of your dreams and what kind of partner would you make to Aries, what kind of would Aries make to you. If you're in alignment, Taurus, you and Aries could be a very powerful couple. Do some very interesting things. That is what I have for you. It's all about collaboration and teamwork. Because Aries has put a lot into their future. And Aries can definitely expand their vision of the future, but it has to be towards the same path they've been working on. Those are my reading for Taurus Collective on love. Taurus, I hope you found these readings interesting. And Taurus, do keep an eye out for the other readings I'll be doing for your collective. And also, if you haven't checked out the reading already, Taurus, do check out the other reading I did for you guys, the general love reading. I did it earlier today. I guess I'll leave this up for a minute or two in case anybody wants a reading. But I'm going to go and drink some water, take some cough drops, and basically recharge. I love these things. They're so tasty. I had a sore throat now. I've had the flu now for almost 2 weeks. Well, over 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks and 4 days. I'm much better, but I still have a cough. Also, Taurus, if you'd like, you can put a donation in of $7 so I can get a new bag of Ricola cough drops. That's how much they cost. If you want to send a wish of health towards me, give me $7 with Ricola in it. If you appreciate what I have to say. Until next time.